Okay, we'll start with Josh from Arsenal.
Thanks. Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Playing between Tuesday to Sunday is a bit of a luxury at the moment at this stage of the season. So how have you been using the time this week?
We had a training session straight after the game and a day off. We haven't had a day off for a long time now, and now we have 2 days to prepare the game. And hopefully the players are back ready, focused, facing a big game.
And you're in a rare position of being a manager who's actually played in one of these North London derbies before. So what will you be saying, maybe especially to the younger, the newer players, about the occasion and about playing the game?
They know, and they know how the media reacts, what the fans are expecting. It's going to be a shame because it's such a beautiful stadium as well, the one that they built, that not to have the fans there is not going to be the same. So it's going to be a strange derby.
Okay, thanks.
Gary Cottrell, Sky.
Hello, Mikel. Thank you for your time. So you've been involved in Manchester derbies, Merseyside derbies, Old Firm derbies, and the North London derbies. Is the North London derby the best of those, or are they all different in their own way? I know there's no crowd, but how does the North London derby compare to the others you've experienced?
They are all different, as well. Depends a lot when you win or lose. That's what it makes it very, very special. Obviously, we had some really nice one playing at the Emirates against them and beating them. So I have some really, really good memories on that. It's such a special occasion. Rivalry in football, I think when you take it in a positive way and that brings energy, that brings passion, that brings, a city together. It's such a beautiful thing. We are privileged to have big teams in the city, and it's a shame that we don't have the fans to enjoy it with us.
An interesting choice of referee. Michael Oliver has been at the centre of a couple of controversial VAR decisions that have gone against Tottenham. I don't expect you to comment on that, but is it human nature to at all give the benefit of the doubt if you feel you've wronged somebody? Is that a concern that you have on Sunday?
I never have any concern about the intention of the referee. I think nowadays everything is so professional, dedicated, and they are under so much pressure and criticism as well that I know they try their best. The decision they have to make, they're getting more and more complicated because the speed of the game and how quickly they have to react and the pressure they have with the new system as well with VAR. So we're here to support them. We need them. They are a big part of that. And, now we complain that we don't have the fans and we realize how important they are. Maybe one day we don't have referees, we're going to say, wow, they were crucial for this game to work. So we have to support them.
Thank you.
Next, Mandy at BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Hi there. Some would say this is a good time to face Spurs because they've only won 2 of their last 11 in all competitions. But is there ever a good time to face a team that's managed by Jose Mourinho?
I think a derby has a completely different context to what is happening with the current form or anything like that. I have huge respect for Jose, for what he's trying to do there. And we know to go there and get a win, we're going to have to do everything really, really well, and I'm expecting a really tough game.
I'm guessing this is a must-win if you're going to try and reach 5th, if that's your realistic target for the end of the season.
We talked since the virus that we had to win every game. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that, but we're in a good run, and we will try to go there and get the 3 points again.
Do you have any team news ahead of the game?
Not yet. I'm going to see the boys right now, but hopefully everybody's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
George at the BBC.
Thank you. Hello, Mikel. I just wondered, Mikel, you was watching that Tottenham match last night, and I presume you watched the Aston Villa match. After what happened with Eddie Nketiah and the VAR, what did you make of the Harry Kane penalty and the Bruno Fernandes penalty?
I have enough, and sometimes I made more comments that I wanted straight after the game, so I'm not prepared to comment any decisions.
Are you a bit concerned, though, about the number of VAR decisions that appear to be mistakes lately?
Well, as I said before, that some of them are very complicated. We don't know how they are judging the situation, but I'm sure they have the right intentions. But obviously, at the end of the season, I think there is something that has to go into debate, and agree certain principles that we're going to apply. So at least every decision have the same raised level of determination, basically.
What have you made of Jose Mourinho's Tottenham this season?
Well, they have some up and downs, but overall, you can clearly see what he wants to bring to the club. He manages, the energy, the momentum, and establish a really strong culture in every football club that's done it. And as well, he makes sure that he wins, and he's won in every single club that he's been, Obviously, the situation, the timing when he arrived is different than starting a new project right from the summer. But I'm sure he will be successful. He always finds the right way to do it. And it will take him a bit of time, but I'm sure he will do it.
Is he still a world-class great manager for you?
Absolutely.
And tactically, how are you going to beat Tottenham on Sunday?
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you that.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ian at TalkSport.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
You said you respect Jose and what he's trying to do. What is he trying to do at Spurs? Because he didn't even have a shot on target at Bournemouth, and I was at the game with Everton, and that was a very un-Tottenham-like performance from their years gone by. So I wonder if do you know what he's trying to do at Spurs, and whether or not they are the Spurs of old.
Well, he has a very clear way of playing, a clear way of how he manages games. I think clean sheets obviously are a big thing that he wants to do, but his teams, don't forget, they always score a lot of goals. And they've been really successful, and they've been able to win titles because of that as well. And as well, I think in a long period, they have a lot of injuries, so he hasn't had the chance to be consistent as well with his team, and that's a big disadvantage that they have. And I know that he's done it. I know people have worked with him, and he always finds a way to be successful, and I'm sure he will do it again.
Do you see Sunday as being a high-scoring game? They've got Harry Kane, you've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Excuse me?
Do you see Sunday as being a high-scoring game? You've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, they've got someone like Harry Kane.
You never know in a derby, because when the passion and the emotions kick, a lot of things can happen. And from a very controlled game, in 15 days, it can go to a completely different game. And that's something that we need to know how to manage as well. I've been involved in a few of them. So it's always some surprises.
And one last one you always get asked about almost every week. Any updates on whether Mesut Ozil might play or Guendouzi might play, or their futures long term?
No updates, sorry.
Mark at PA.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
You're talking then about Jose and still being a world-class manager. I think everyone will always agree that he's always been the master of the pre-match mind games in the press conferences and things like that. How do you approach it when other managers talk about you or your players and things like that? Is it something you just have to ignore?
To be fair, I don't read and see a lot. But I think the success that Jose had is not been for the press conference. It's the way the teams have performed on that pitch and the amount of football games that he's been able to win. So that's an extra that obviously you have to know how to deal with. But the main thing, it wasn't that out of his success, I believe.
And you've told us several times that you speak to Pep on a regular basis. They're obviously big old rivals. Have you spoken to him specifically about this weekend?
No.
And then just finally, Harry Kane, I know Ian mentioned him for a second there. He actually played in and scored in what was your last North London derby quite a few years ago now, if you don't mind me saying. When you saw him then, did you know what kind of player he was? And are you surprised by his rise at all?
Yes, and he was quite successful against us as well. And at that time as well, he already was established as one of the best strikers in the league. His numbers were really, really good. So, yeah, I'm not surprised at the level that he's maintained over the years and how consistent he's been to do the most difficult thing in football.
he still hasn't won any trophies. Does that surprise you?
Yes, but they've been really close and they've gone so far as a club, I think, and as a team, and they've been competing with top teams in Champions League finals, which is a huge thing to do.
And with a manager like Jose, who obviously knows how to win trophies, that could be a good move for them to have got him in, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Probably that's one of the reasons why they brought Jose, because his experience dealing with those situations and having that extra edge to become a winning team.
Great. Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.